what are you doing when the Olympics come to London?
I will be working for a couple of companies. One would be Al Jazeera, which is a Middle Eastern TV company. When I mentioned that, quite a few people go, who? But actually they air their sports coverage to probably more countries around the world than the BBC, so that's a massive gig for me. I'll be doing pundit work there, and hopefully I'll be tying it in with someone else who I can't mention today, but definitely the Al Jazeera gig. And I'll probably be doing some sort of corporate entertaining as well with regards to explaining what's happening with some of the hot tips, techniques, and obviously the up-and-coming athletes of Great Britain. So it should be quite busy and quite exciting.
So what skills does it take to achieve to get where you are now?
Well, for me, I was very lucky. The skills that I had was that I was, it's quite creepy to say that I was born to run, jump and throw, but in all honesty, there weren't anything else that I was ever really that good at, so I think I was actually born to run, jump and throw. Leading on from that, obviously I've made quite a successful career within the media, and that takes clear communication, it takes being friendly, good people skills, and a lot of that was developed actually through my sport, with doing interviews during and after all of my events as well. So for what I do, a multitude of skills, and in all honesty I think whatever you go and do, you're going to need a multitude of skills.
You know you won gold at the Commonwealth Games, but you won in the Olympics.
Yes, well obviously 2006 the Commonwealth Games was my best medal, best colour medal I should say. And before that, I came fourth in 2 Olympics, and everyone goes, oh, fourth, unlucky, but you know what, better than fifth. And also, you know, one of the fourths was actually a real disappointment in 2000 in Sydney, but in 2004 in Athens, that fourth place was fantastic, because in all honesty I wasn't in great shape and I should have probably come 10th or 12th or something like that, so to come fourth there was great. In 1996 I won a World Junior Silver Medal out in Sydney, and that's what inspired me to actually be a professional athlete. And then in 1999 I won a World Championship Silver Medal in Seville, and in 2001 I won a World Championship Bronze Medal in Edmonton. So I won a few, not as many as some, but more than others.
Are you proud to have your silhouette on the sports hall?
Yeah, I am proud to have my silhouette on the sports hall, and I've got to say, that guy looks like a pretty good looking guy, doesn't he? And actually, that very same photograph, and I don't have many photographs of either fishing, which is a big passion of mine, or athletics, which is obviously a big passion of mine. I don't have any photographs up in my house, but the one that I do is the same as that silhouette, so it's a photograph that means quite a lot to me.
What school do you prefer?
What school do I prefer, new or old? If you would have asked me this an hour ago, I would have said old, because I went to the old castle, and I never in a million years thought that this building would ever live up to it. But Miss Taylor's kindly walked me around and showed me some of the facilities, and I've got to say, for the first time in my entire life, I feel a little bit jealous of kids going to school, because this is pretty cool. So, new now. Yeah, exactly. The old school will always be fonder in my memories than this school, because obviously I went there, even though some of the memories ain't quite fond in all honesty. But the fact of the matter is, this is a fantastic facility, and it is a better school.
If you could redo one GCSE, what would you do?
In truth, I'd probably have to redo more than one. Maths or English would probably be on that list, so would science, and so would art and PE, and so would every other GCSE that I took. In fairness, I would have to say art, because I used to love drawing. I was lazy, that's the problem. I used to love drawing, and I did just enough to get an A to C grade. I ended up with a C. But in all honesty, I was a good enough drawer to actually have got an A. So I'd like to resit my art.
So you mentioned that you did very well in PE?
Well, I got a C in PE as well, but how I got a C I don't know, because I actually went to college to resit, because at the time, Castleview, the old Castleview, didn't actually do GCSE PE, so what I done was I decided to go to college to get my GCSE PE, and I had to get something really like an easy score in my final exam to get an A to C, and I just scraped in with a C, which means I really mucked up my last exam. And the worst thing is, everything that came up on the exam, I actually revised for as well. So I don't know whether someone counted wrong or not. Maybe they should go and have a maths lesson. But yeah, probably art and PE. If I was allowed to, art and PE, the two things I really enjoy. But yeah, it's quite nice coming back to see the old faces.
But they, it's not
My pleasure.
Yeah.